the question for this week: should Dave Wannstedt be fired as Pitt coach? Why or why not? Let's start off with Miss Melissa.
Well, Josh, I absolutely think that Dave Wannstedt should be fired after this season. When he got hired in 2005, he promised to bring Pitt back to national prominence. This is his 6th season, and that has not happened. He has not won the Big East. He has star players. He has a star receiver and Jonathan Baldwin. He has a running back who rushed for over 1,700 yards last season. How are you not producing results? And you have a top 20 recruiting class. That is absolutely ridiculous.
Matt, what do you think on this one?
I really think they should keep Dave Wannstedt here. Ride him out. Wait till the Tino Sinceri era is over. He did very good last year.
Yeah, that's right.
It just started, but give him a chance. But the Tino Sinceri is going to keep progressing. They need to get another quarterback in here. Maybe just give him a little bit of challenge in here for this Pitt offense. But you looked at last season, the 2009 season. He went 10-3. That's the most wins Pitt has since the 1981 season. So they're getting some wins in there, and the recruiting class, like Melissa said, is only getting better. So they're going to get those new recruits in there. You see Jamal Petit is coming in, the number 5 running back in the nation. So they're getting better each year.
Kelly?
You know what? As much as I'm not liking the results that he's putting out, you have to see that Pitt has been struggling with injuries this season. And you know what? I'm going to give him one more season. And under these circumstances, any players get into trouble with the law, he's out. If he loses the Big East, he's out. If they lose to WVU, he shaves his mustache.
I like that.
I got to say this, guys. Randy Shannon just got fired from his Miami job, and he was 28-22, and he got fired from Miami, 28-22. If that was the record that Pitt would have had, he'd be here for 10 more years. I mean, you have to look at this. He's recruiting defensive linemen to play on the offensive end of the ball. He's not recruiting defensive linemen and offensive linemen. This is unacceptable. If he's recruiting those guys and just give me a lineman, we can let him play anything. His time, it's just been way past his due, Melissa.
And do you know why?
Why is that?
It is because he's a Pittsburgh native, and we love that here in Pittsburgh. We absolutely go nuts for a person from Pittsburgh working in Pittsburgh for a Pittsburgh team that we love. And that is no reason to keep him here when he's not producing results. Notre Dame, was that a necessary loss? What about Miami? An embarrassment on national television? You're going to keep him there after these, and then losing to your rival, West Virginia, by 25 points at home on senior day.
Kelly, defend your boy here because there's a lot that's gone wrong. And we're talking the biggest win in Pitt history since he's been here was a 13-9 win in a losing season at West Virginia.
You know what? I'm not saying that what his stats are showing aren't bad. What I'm saying is to compare it to Miami or Notre Dame, it's completely ridiculous. They're held to a much higher standard than Pitt University. They haven't won in 6 seasons since he's been here, but I'm just saying they're held to different standards.
I kind of agree, somewhat, but you're up here, Desmond. Defend your boy.
Okay.
Defend him because he
defend
needs
that
defended.
mustache.
Defend the stash.
You got to keep that stash. But, the last few years he's been producing those really top caliber players. You saw in the 2008 draft they had Jeff Odo, that offensive lineman. He was drafted in the first round. Then you had Jarrell Revis. So they're having those top tier players at Pitt, but they just got to restructure their offense. They have a young quarterback in there with Tino Sinceri. They got to have maybe a new offensive coordinator in there and really shape this offense up because they got Dion Lewis, they got Ray Graham, they got John Baldwin, all-star players, but they need to produce to their capabilities.
Well, I think Pitt fans are going to have a rude wake-up call here when a couple of those guys don't return, maybe like a Dion Lewis and a Jonathan Baldwin. All those weapons are going to be gone. He's had all these weapons, and he hasn't produced. Wanny, I'm sorry, but you got to get the heck out of here.